بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا وحبيبنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم. In today's episode of Bushrayat al-Taqwa, we're going to be covering the 8th glad tiding. Al-Bushra بِالرِّزْقٍ وَاسِعٍ بِأَمْنٍ وَفَرَاغٍ. We're going to be talking about the glad tiding where God is going to provide you endlessly in unimaginable ways, but follow it up with a sense of security and safety. And this follows on the verse we talked about in the last episode. وَمَن يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا. We talked about in the last episode, whoever has the taqwa of Allah, that God is going to provide for them a makhraja, a way out, some sort of relief. But then Allah continues in the next verse, وَيَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبْ. And Allah will provide for that person in a way where they couldn't even imagine. Just think about that for a second. وَيَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبْ. When you have the taqwa of Allah, God is going to provide for you in ways you can't even imagine. You might be in a difficulty in your life and you don't know how you're going to get out of this stressful situation. You don't know what's going to be the next step. You don't know what's going to come 5 years from now, 10 years from now. But God has promised you He's going to provide for you in a way you can't even imagine. If we're dealing with a line of work that is impermissible and we're worried about what am I going to do next? How am I supposed to leave this job? Where am I going to feed my family from? We know that when we have taqwa of Allah and we change our lifestyle, God is going to provide for you in a way you can't even imagine. If you're engaged in a certain type of relationship that's inappropriate and you change that, you end it, you alleviate that by having the taqwa of Allah, then God is going to provide you something in that relationship that you didn't previously have before. If there's something else when it comes to school or work or family and that's not going in the way you're planning, you don't know what's going to happen. And you really ask yourself, this is difficult, I don't know what's going to happen, I don't know what to do in this situation. Oh Allah, how can I have more taqwa? Oh Allah, how can I make you happier? And we change our situation. We do more acts of goodness. We try to stop the bad that we're doing so that we can have a higher state of taqwa. God is going to fix that problem. God is going to replace that problem. God is going to provide for us in ways that we can't even imagine. It doesn't matter what aspect of life that is, whether that's in family, whether that's in something in our education, whether that's something when it comes to our financial matters. The point is, have the taqwa of Allah. Do what you need to do to obey God's rules. Do what you need to do to stay away from God's prohibitions, and He's going to provide for you. When you don't know where your next paycheck is going to come from, where you don't know where your next meal is going to come from, where you don't know where your next bit of happiness in your life is going to come from, God is going to provide that for you. You were going to try to plan, maybe it'll be at this job, maybe it'll be here, maybe it'll be from there. And God is going to come out of nowhere and give it to you in a way you didn't even imagine. And the biggest way we can understand how unimaginable this reward is, how unimaginable this provision is that when we live a life of taqwa, from start to finish, we leave this world on a life of taqwa, we can hope that we get paradise. And in paradise, God provides for us things that our eyes have never seen, that our ears have never heard of, that our heart has never even imagined. This is the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. مَا لَا عَيْنٌ رَأَتْ وَمَا أُذْنٌ سَمِعَتْ وَمَا خَطَرَ عَلَى قَلْبِ بَشَرٍ. No eye has seen it, no ear has heard it, no heart has even imagined it. So even if you can't imagine getting unimaginable things in this life, Allah has unimaginable things for you in the hereafter. Have the taqwa of Allah. Really leave this video and ask yourself, what can I do today to take one more step of taqwa? What can I do today to make my Ramadan better, my hereafter better, by adding one more action of taqwa into my life? May Allah make it easy for us and may Allah provide for us in ways we can't even imagine. Ameen, ameen, ameen. Wa sallallahu ta'ala ala khayri khalqi Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een. Wassalamu alaykum.